Oh, hello, good evening, greetings. Welcome to the Grunion Run, Southern California. So right here before you, you are seeing the glorious orgy of Leuresthes tenuis, better known as the California Grunion. It's in the order Atheriniformes, which is the order of jack smelt and top smelt, kind of like surface-dwelling marine fishes. And right now they're doing their mating thing. They're over here, this is part of their biology. You know, they wait for high tide regimes to come during nights, particularly when there's the absence of a full moon or where there's not a moon out. And they come in with the high tides and beach themselves. And this is where they spawn, essentially. So this one right here, I think is a female. And the only reason I say that is because she's nice and fat. You know, when it comes to the animal world, usually the bigger ones are the ones that are the egg producers. So and they're right there. That's a clear indication that she's a female, because you see those eggs spewing out right there. So yeah, the bigger ones are the females, the smaller ones are the males, and they have a pretty specific behavior that they do when they beach themselves on the beach like this in order to spawn. And I'm gonna show you what that looks like in a second. Hold on. Whoa, it smells really fishy. Here we go, big wave. Oh. All right, so they come in with these waves. You can see right here, the ones that are like shimmying, that one right there. See how she's backing up into the sand right there? Because the sand was made loose from the water pressure that just came up. She's shimmying herself down there and she's laying those eggs. And then all those other squirming individuals around them are the males. And you see that foamy stuff right there. Yeah, that's exactly what you think it is. So within this orgy, these males are just kind of just like spewing out their sperm along while the female is releasing her eggs into the sand, hence fertilizing it and everything. And the reason why they do this, oh, look at that, right there, that's a good money shot. Oh, get it, girl. And so one of the advantages of them doing this is when they come in during these high tides, the wave pressure basically launches them out on this beach, and they lay their eggs in the sand. And then the tide starts going out, leaving their eggs behind in the sand, basically away from any would-be predators that might be feeding on their eggs and everything like that, i.e. other fish. Because, you know, within this sandy type of soil structure, there are other organisms in here that I'm sure will be feeding on the grunion eggs and everything. But their numbers might be so less numerous that it hardly has an impact on the overall population and everything. But out there in the open ocean, you know, it's easy for another predatory fish to sift along the sand and easily devour these eggs. Yeah, so all these grunion, Leuresthes tenuis, they've evolved this type of biological reproductive behavior that basically favors the fecundity or favors the survival of their young, at least the survivability of their eggs and everything. Because once they hatch and become little fry and out in the ocean, you know, they're kind of off on their own to fend for themselves. But yeah, Leuresthes tenuis, the California grunion, happens every spring and summer out here. Some years are better than others, though. You know, not every year it's this good. We've been fortunate to have a pretty good year this year. I mean, look, almost as far as the eye can see, you can see all these fish just kind of doing the nasty here on this beach. All right, now let me grab one so we can look at it up close. Okay, right here we go. All right, so Atheriniformes, again, it's the order of top smelt and jack smelt, like smelt-like fishes. So you can see the mouth right there is kind of up curved, meaning it's like pointed up towards the dorsal portion of his body. So it has kind of like a dorsal terminating mouth. And that's because like when they're out here not breeding, when they're out in the ocean, you know, surviving, eating and stuff like that, they're mostly staying close to the surface of the water. And they're basically, you know, they're predatory fish. They're small fish, but they're predatory fish. And they're out there picking off little invertebrates that can be found near or just below the surface of the water. Let me put this one down, get another one. Get a fresh one. Yeah, right there. So you can see right there as I'm holding it, it has that, oh, let me get another one. All right, so you can see right there the way it's moving, it has that classic subcarangiform type of body movement and everything. And it kind of gives an advantage to have that sort of movement when they're flopping out on the beach right here. You can flop yourself back into the water essentially. Oh, look Look at this big female right here. Oh, big female. Oh, there she goes, spearing the eggs. I should throw it. And you notice the fins here. Nice, long, tapered fins, tapered pectoral fins. This is pretty common amongst marine-dwelling fishes, especially fishes that are pelagic, meaning they swim around in the water column a lot. They don't really hunker down on reef structures and rock structures. They're constantly swimming throughout their whole lives, essentially. And because they're oceanic swimmers and kind of fighting oceanic currents and everything, they have these like nice, long, tapered pectoral fins for that. Oh, look at that one. Ooh, right there. They're having fun. Yeah. I'm gonna just let the viewers marinate on this moment for a minute. Because, I mean, you can't deny, it truly is amazing what's going on right now. And it makes sense why they're doing this at night, because you kind of avoid a lot of the avian predators, i.e. birds, that might come down and eat these guys. So this isn't the only species of grunion too. This is one of two species. Right here we have Leuresthes tenuis. There's another species called the Gulf grunion, which I think is found in the Gulf of California. Leuresthes sardinus. And they also do the same behavior. They do the same thing. They come up on the beach. They have their little orgy, spawn. Oh. I think that got into my boots. See, now it's getting to the point where it's hard not to step on them. But yeah, the other species, Leuresthes sardinus, found in the Gulf areas, Gulf of California. And I don't know, I might be mistaken, but I think they do this same breeding behavior, but instead of at night, they do it during the day. There goes those eggs. Those eggs are probably not going to survive for long. They're going to get washed out and probably eaten by some invertebrate. Jesus. Jeez, I wonder how many actually die in this process. You know, like I look right up against the rocks. I'm sure there's got to be some that get trapped and left up here, because they only have a short window of time, you know, before the water doesn't get up this high anymore. I mean, look, that one way over there. I don't know, it's got to use that subcarrangiform body movement to flop itself back into the water, I guess, but. You know, aside from people collecting them and harvesting them and everything, I wonder how many actually die from being left up on the beach. Now, I'm sure if they do get left up on the beach, they don't remain there for long. Something's going to come along and eat them for sure. Yeah, it's just a swarm of fish. A swarm of Atheriniform fish. But man. Not gonna lie, this really warms my heart. Seriously, it really does. It's really nice seeing this abundance of life forms here on this beach. Seeing this beach just kind of come alive right before me right now. You know, it's freaking amazing. Especially having not seen it for a long time. I used to monitor for grunion, and I haven't seen it like this in over 10 years. You know, so I wonder if the recent rains, the freshwater input, has something to do with it. I'm not entirely sure, but for some reason right now, today, you are literally seeing millions of fish cover this beach. Anyway, that's it. Leuresthes tenuis, the California grunion, doing its reproductive strategy here on the beaches of Southern California. Go ahead and learn something.